Alrighty. Hello, Stephen. How's it going?
Hey Mary, it's going good. I mean, I'm really excited for today in Global Hack Week. How about you?
I am as well. I honestly do not remember the last time I joined a Today in Global Hack Week. I should have gone to look, but it feels like it's been so long. So I'm very, very excited to be here. I got to join opening ceremony last week, which was my first time at opening in a while. So it's been nice to be a bit more involved in this Global Hack Week after having a couple that I wasn't as involved in.
Yeah, same. I think the last couple ones I haven't had as much time to be on stream, but this time
Mhm.
I've been able to do some mini events. We had some great times together, the hackers and I, and some Tetris and some GitHub workshop with Copilot. So yeah, it's been a really good one.
Yeah, good, good, good. I know people are coming from Rosendo's session with Bright Data that just happened. So let us know in the chat when folks have refreshed and gotten through the ads and things and can hear us again. We're excited to have you all here for everybody that's joining both from that stream and just decided to hop in for this one. It sounds like that other one went well. Um, we got some nice things in the chat. Oh, and we have Jen here. Hey, Jen. That
Yeah,
is
thanks for the audio check too. I think sometimes we wonder, is anyone out there? Is anyone home?
yes.
And it's awesome to hear some friendly faces, see some friendly faces out there in the chat.
It really is. That's that like especially when I first started stream, um, that like wondering, oh no, like what if I've accidentally, been talking to the void this whole time? It's nice when, there's another person here, so I don't have that same fear, but good to get a nice audio check.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. All righty. Well, we'll give it a couple minutes for folks to sprinkle on in here. Um, I'm curious while we're waiting. It sounds like you've had some streams going on this week, Stephen. What have you been up to?
so I guess we'll get into it a little bit more with the Today in Global Hack Week that we have for you all. But so far, I've only done some mini events, but actually, I'm trying a new concept with something that I was speaking a little bit about with some of our team. We're going to try and do some live coding together, like a code together session. And so we're going to use the Gemini family of LLMs, which are known to be really good for coding agents, and also give some free tier usage. And we're going to see how you can build a project out using those. And another whole thing is to try and use some high quality skills for production of software. So we're going to try to maybe push things to GitHub and make good comments and also maybe even try to implement an action for deploying our projects. So those kinds of things will be really helpful to you if you're applying for our fellowship, for example, where we review your code samples to ensure you have some of these skills. And even if you want to just get any opportunity in tech. So I hope it goes well. I'm kind of like nervous a little bit because it's live and we can't really tell what the outcome will be. But yeah, I hope it goes well.
Yeah, I am sure it will. Do you have a general direction that you think you're going to take the application in?
Well, so one thing I thought we could try to make is a clone of a popular flashcard app called Anki,
Mm-hmm.
which lets you basically learn things with something called spaced repetition. So that if you already know one of the flashcards, it won't show it to you for a really longer time. But if it's something you're having trouble with, it'll show you much more frequently. So I kind of want to try to make this project with you all. I think it could be fun, and maybe other people could try different projects if they wanted to, and we could have kind
Mm-hmm.
of a talent show at the end.
Nice. Okay, that's a very cool app. I haven't used that before. You said it's called Anki?
Yeah, yeah, ANKI. For anyone in the chat who's in school or just wants to learn something, it's really, really good.
Powerful intelligent flashcards. Very cool. I'm gonna try this out. I decided to take up learning violin this summer, and I have like forgotten quite a bit since I played instruments as a kid about like just the notes and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I made some physical flashcards for myself that I've been using. But I should try that app and make some digital ones.
Yeah, that sounds like a good use case. And it's also really good for learning languages if anyone out there needs to learn a new
Mhm.
language. And Jen says live coding is the best. Yeah, then we know it's not all AI, right? I mean, you can see just how much a person is still needed for a lot of these decisions
Oh
that you
yeah,
make.
absolutely. Well, before we get too far here, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves so folks in the chat know who they're listening to. But welcome to day 4 of Data Week, everyone. We are stoked to have you here. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves, though. Like I said, Stephen, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. My name's Steven, here with MLH. Um, and I've been a coach at Major League Hacking since 2018. Before we had all of these AI helpers. Yeah, I just wanted to share with you all that I went surfing this past weekend as kind of a fun fact and show you what the landscapers look like in Pismo Beach. So some of the crew they use at this surf location in California is goats to help trim the bushes and the foliage. So I just thought that was kind of a neat thing to share with you all.
So
And
it's so cool. And you've been surfing for a while, right?
yeah, yeah. I only recently got back into it though because yeah, I kind of got scared of surfing actually because it's kind of like more of a dangerous sport. So you
Mm-hmm.
can have some, yeah, so you can have some nerves. But recently I've gotten more into it again.
It's very
Have you
cool.
been surfing, Mary?
I only have once. I did one surfing lesson. It was just like a day long thing with a bunch of other newbies at Rockaway Beach in Queens in New York, and it was so much fun. I really want to go again. It was I think last summer that I did it, and I never got out there to. I never got out for a surfing lesson again this summer. But one of these summers, I want to like really dedicate some time to being consistent with a couple of lessons, and then try to go out there and do it myself.
Yeah, why not? And maybe we have some surfing experts who could help us in the community. I don't know if
Yes.
any of you are surfers, but
The community is large enough. We must have someone who's a surfing expert out there. Awesome, awesome. Well, that sounds like a ton of fun. Um, I will introduce myself real quick here. My name is Mary. I work on first party events and the league team at MLH. So I spend about half of my time planning the events that we run internally. So our conferences, our digital events like this. And then about the other half of my time, I spend working with our hackathon community managers who work with all of our student hackathon organizers. So really kind of all things events, kind of split between those two kinds. And then my fun fact is I started knitting a new sweater this weekend. I picked out what will probably be my project for the next like 3 to 6 months. And since Steven shared a picture, I'm going to share a picture too. I picked out this sweater to do. Get it added up. It's got some fish on it. I picked out different colors than this person used, but it's called the King Salmon sweater. And so I'm learning how to do this color work, which is something I haven't done before. So it'll be like a big learning experience for me and probably a lot of ripping out what I already made. and restarting it. But that's what learning is all about. So
That's so cool. A
yeah.
question for you though, Mary. What happens if you make a mistake? Like if you use a pencil to make a mistake, you can just erase. But if you
Yeah.
mess up a fish, what do you do?
So you hope that you realize it quickly, and then you can just kind of rip out what you did and fix it. But if you don't, then you either just have to live with it, or rip out a lot of what you did. I am, I'm forgiving of myself when I make mistakes in projects. And so if I've moved on past it, I just let it be. And I've found that no one can ever really tell if you make a small mistake.
Probably true. True in many things.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, with that, we're going to go over the schedule that is happening today. The first thing, which I imagine is the thing that folks are most excited for, is right after Stephen and I get through these slides, which will be probably within the next 5 minutes or so, we are going to bring Swift onto the stage. He is the CEO and co-founder of Major League Hacking, and he is going to be announcing and launching the MLH Top 50 class of 2025. If you aren't sure what this is, you'll learn all about it over there. But it is 50 community members who did something really impactful over the last year. It's really, really inspiring to get to hear some of their stories. So stick around. We're going to do this in just a few moments. What do we have after Swift?
Yeah, so for those of you who are here to learn about our streams that we have coming up for today's day 4, we have first Simulating Natural Systems with JavaScript Part 1 with Ryan Lay. So it'll be cool to learn a little bit about computer simulations of natural systems. It's actually something I have a really big interest in. So I'll probably try to catch that stream before my stream, which is the live coding with the audience that I mentioned earlier. So we're going to actually try and use Gemini, which has some pretty generous free tier usage to spin up some web applications together and try to learn how to use these coding assistants in a way that is channeling their powers for as good a way we can. And I'll just mention, actually, sorry, I forgot to mention these, but Ryan Lay's will be at 2 p.m. Eastern, and mine will be at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Good call out. After that, at 6 p.m. Eastern, Wei is going to be over on Discord running a Wikipedia Races mini event. I really like this mini event. The TLDR of it is you try to get from one unrelated Wikipedia page to another in the fewest number of clicks, just using hyperlinked articles on the page. It's quite fun and usually pretty silly. Go and tune into that. That'll be over on Discord, and that's at 6 p.m. Eastern time. After that, we've got Bully on the stream, and he's going to be doing a statistics with MATLAB stream at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So this is going to be a stream where you'll learn how to use MATLAB, particularly with working with statistics. I highly, highly recommend going to this, especially if you are a student. I know I had to work with MATLAB in college. I know many, many other folks do as well. Get a head start on learning that software and go hang out with Bully over on that stream. And then what is our final stream that'll be taking place tomorrow, Stephen?
Well, I guess we'll have our Today in Global Hack Week, where you can meet with us 24 hours from now and learn about the upcoming events for day 5. And a little bit on the sad side, day 5, past that hump of the week, but it'll be cool to see what we wrap up with.
Yes, 100%. Well, we've got a couple of quick announcements we want to make before I bring Swift on the stream here. The first one is just a reminder that all of the challenges are live. You can find them on globalhackweek.mlh.io/challenges. Recommend you check these out and work on them when you are not tuning into one of our streams. There's a lot of cool prompts over there to give you some inspiration of what you might want to build this week. In addition to that, a reminder that if you complete at least one skill badge challenge, you will get MongoDB swag inside of your sticker pack. Have you seen the sticker for this yet, Stephen?
No, I don't think I have.
It's very, very cool. Here you go. Genuinely a very cool sticker. So make sure y'all go and complete that skills badge, and this will be inside your envelope that gets mailed to you post-event.
Yeah, that's definitely very cool. And I think a lot of people don't realize with these challenges, just to go back to that, Mary, we have challenges that are, can be complex, but there's also so many that you can do in not so much time and with not so much effort. So it's pretty easy to get started doing challenges. If you're someone who is a long-time watcher and you haven't started any of those challenges before, why not give it a shot this Global Hack Week?
Yes, 100%. I also realize I keep making like accidental thumbs up and StreamYard is catching it. Yes, +1 to everything Stephen said, though. A lot of the challenges are probably easier than you're expecting. So go and take a stab at them. I'm confident everyone here can at least get the swag challenges completed. Couple last reminders here. If you would like to demo at all this week, head to mlh.link/GHW demo to fill out that form. We'd love to give you the chance to show off what you created this week, share it with the community. This is just honestly great practice and a great professional development skill to work on, showing off the things that you've built. And this is a really low pressure, low stakes environment. So I highly recommend you take advantage of this opportunity to practice pitching something that you're working on. And then I think this is our very last announcement. I want to give a quick shout to our feedback form, mlh.link/GHW feedback. Please help us make Global Hack Weeks better. Provide feedback after any streams that you go to. We share these with the streamers. We want to make sure these events are great for you, and that starts with letting us know how we can improve them. Alrighty, Stephen, any last words you have for the stream before I kick you out of here and bring Swift on?
No, just congratulations on the MLH Top 50 announcement. So I'll take off and see you all later.
Alrighty, bye, Stephen. Alrighty. Well, as I promised everyone, I have a very special guest who is going to be joining us. So I'm going to welcome on here Swift, who is MLH's CEO and co-founder. He's going to be launching the 2025 class of the MLH Top 50. So without further ado, welcome, Swift.
Hello. Thank you, Mary. I'm so excited to be here. How was the daily kickoff?
Yes. We're stoked to have you in the stream today. I know folks in the chat are excited to hear all about Top 50.
Me too. I can't wait to share the list. It's going to be really fun. What's been the highlight of Global Hack Week so far for you?
Honestly, I think my highlight, I have two. One, I joined opening ceremony this week, or I got to present at opening ceremony this week, and I hadn't in quite a while. And Siddharth did the Google AI Studio demo, which I've seen a bunch of times. We had a ton of people in chat who hadn't seen it before, and it was really cool to see it again, kind of through that fresh lens of folks discovering how much they can do with these AI developer tools. So that was probably my biggest one. And then we also rolled out some new scoring stuff this week that the engineering team launched. So I was very, very stoked to see that. It was a long time coming, and really excited that folks will get their points in a faster way now.
That's awesome. Heck yes. Well, it sounds like a really fun week. I'm excited to see where it all ends up, and I'm excited to get into the top 50 here. Let me screen share here, and I'll take over, Mary, and I will give you a ring when I'm ready to bring you back here.
Okay, sounds good. I will see you then.
All right, cool. Let me get my slides queued up here, everybody. Cool. Then I'll add those to the stage. Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Swift. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Major League Hacking, or MLH, as you might know us. I'm here today to talk about something really special. We'll get into what it is, but when I joined this community, oh gosh, more than almost 15 years ago at this point, um, I didn't know what it was like to be a technologist. I came from a very traditional, background. My parents were very interested in careers with degrees attached to them: doctor, lawyer, accountant. The idea of software engineer was never even on my radar. And I got really lucky where I met a friend at school who invited me to my first hackathon, and I had this transformational educational experience that was unlike anything I'd ever encountered in a classroom before. And I knew from that moment that I needed to, become a software engineer and wanted to do everything in my power I could. And I did the thing that felt really natural. I switched into computer science classes and started showing up to those every day. And honestly, what I found deeply frustrated me. It was not the type of hands-on, practical, problem solving that I was looking for and that I would needed to start my career. It was theory and things that would be great if I already had a job, but it wasn't the skills that were going to get me there in the first place. And when I graduated, I realized that I hadn't been alone in that journey. Literally everybody in the world, whether you're coming out of a top tier computer science program, a boot camp, you're self-taught. Today, in the age of AI, you're an engineer with a decade of experience, and you're trying to keep pace with things that are literally changing by the minute right now. Everybody needs a place where they can build, confidence, a track record, a network, the things that are going to support you on your career journey. And so my co-founder John and I started Major League Hacking as a way to help anybody in the world become a technologist and to create a safe space where you can learn by doing with your peers and have fun while you do it as well. And today, MLH has grown like wildfire, and we're reaching 1 in 3 computer science graduates in the U.S. each year through one of our programs, and we see similar numbers in many of the 90 countries around the world where we have a presence. And looking back on all of that, I got really lucky where I was in the exact right place at the exact right time and met the right person, and he changed my life, and I wouldn't be here today without that. And as MLH has grown, we've thought a lot about how we can short circuit that experience and help bring stories or inspiring people where you can follow in their footsteps right to your door every day. Because the truth is, this community is filled with so many inspiring people, whether you're a hacker, an organizer, a sponsor, a mentor, a judge. There's so many ways to get involved in this community and give back. And, at Major League Hacking, we want to help tell those stories and allow other people to follow in your footsteps as well. So we're here today to talk about something called the MLH Top 50. And the Top 50 is kind of the natural evolution of that idea. It is something that MLH does every year where we identify 50 amazing community members who have gone above and beyond in the last 12 months. And we tell their story in a really compelling way. In addition to written profiles, you'll see some cool videos. We do some PR to help tell their stories in their local community. And they get access to a whole bunch of amazing benefits and perks just for being a part of this community and for helping to grow it and create an aspirational pathway for other hackers or community members to follow in their footsteps. Now, the top 50 is an application-based process. So we had hundreds of people either nominate themselves or their peers to appear in this year's list. And we look through essays and other supporting materials, and we identify from all of these amazing stories, a handful of them that we think are really inspiring, and they make the second round cut. From there, we do a really deep kind of asynchronous interview with them where we're getting all kinds of information about their story, the impact of their work. And from there, we have a rigorous review process with our internal panel that picks out the 50 stories that we want to highlight. And so what you're going to see today are these 50 community members that we think represent the types of activities in this community that we want others to be modeling. And so we're going to get to introduce and meet a few of them. This is a really impressive, important honor for all of our recipients. We're incredibly proud to have them in our community. And I do want to emphasize that these 50 are just the tip of the iceberg. Every year at Major League Hacking, we hear thousands and thousands of stories. I wish we could highlight all of them. But we are fortunate enough to have 50 today to share. So with that, I do want to introduce you to your top 50. I'm going to ask Mary in the background here to queue up our video so you can hear from them yourselves as well.
Greetings, I'm Shen Yuan. My name is Allison Ko.
It's Anirudh here.
My name is David.
Hi, my name is Shivani Rajgopal.
Hi everyone, I'm Roshni.
Hey, I'm Han. I'm a software engineer, and I joined the hacker community a couple of years ago.
We were introduced to the basics of HTML, which really fascinated me.
I got involved in the hacker community during middle school when I attended my first hackathon.
For me, the first hackathon was actually Hack the Six in 2023.
I first joined the hacker community in 2021.
I first joined the hacker community in November 2023 at Boston Hacks, where I met 3 people I never thought I'd ever become friends with.
What got me in the hacker community is a bit unexpected. I didn't even think I'd be in tech. I actually started off in neuroscience.
There was crazy energy, and it gave me like a lot of motivation and feeling of like, wow, we're doing this amazing thing here, and there's people flying all over the world to work and build their own ideas.
I have met mentors, collaborators, and friends who have shaped my journey far beyond the event themselves.
What I really wanted was to build things that stood for something.
I think that it was a very important part of where I actually found my voice and my personality.
I've learned how to work under pressure, how to learn things quickly, how to work with strangers, how to distribute workloads.
I love building under pressure. I love cross collaboration.
I've met some amazing set of people to build up projects that I'm really proud of and grown so much as a person and as a builder.
Being a part of the hacker community taught me a lot and allowed me to grow into a stronger developer, but also build connections with those who are also passionate about social impact.
But more importantly, they have given me the confidence, community, and clarity about what kind of builder I want to be.
Honestly, hackathons have really shaped me into who I am today.
They are a great place for you to grow fast, fail safely, and most importantly, meet new people and find your people.
Always persevere and never give up until you've achieved your goal.
That's what the hacker community has given me. Real trust, real friendships.
Hackathon seemed like a great way to improve my project portfolio.
It's expanded my network, whether that's through meeting people at hackathons or simply coming across others who have a shared interest, especially I would say on LinkedIn.
I pulled through and graduated as one of the best alumni of the program with the Gold Fellowship badge.
I've also had job opportunities because of hackathons. I've had visibility because of hackathons.
I was also provided the skills directly necessary in order to land a Meta fellow internship that I've been a part of over the past summer.
These experiences led me to participate in the MLH Fellowship, working with Meta on generative audio AI.
I ended up joining the Opportunity Hack as a staff and also organized Opportunity Hack 2024.
I've also been able to network with so many other individuals, ranging from sponsors to hackers to other organizers, which eventually got me my first internship at Cohere.
Hackathons taught me more than any classroom or social group could.
Hackathons gave me momentum.
Now I try to do the same with others through mentorship and open source and just generally making people feel like they belong.
It has been an inspiring journey to meet all the people doing these amazing things, but always willing to teach others and learn from each other as well.
It's helped me grow as a person, socially and personally, and as a professional from all of the wonderful people I've met and all of the amazing skills I've learned and ultimately the really cool projects that I've been fortunate enough to build.
So I'm really grateful for all of this, and I look forward to more such amazing programs in future with Major League Hacking.
I've attended dozens of hackathons and MLH events since, and it's just a community that I really love being a part of and I really love giving back to.
Amazing. So congratulations to all of our MLH Top 50. I saw a number of familiar faces in there that I was really excited to have the opportunity to highlight their stories. Again, I want to emphasize that this is such a hard process to figure out who these people are and to, curate them from, honestly, tens of thousands of amazing stories we hear every single year. But we think these are 50 incredibly inspiring stories. Each of these people represents something different in the hacker ecosystem. Again, hackers, organizers, sponsors, volunteers, literally every possible range of involvement you could have. And they're doing some incredibly impactful work. And if you want to learn more about the top 50 and hear their stories, you can head over right now to top.mlh.io to see the full list of 2025 top 50 recipients, as well as go back in time and see some of our top 50 from previous years. Each of those highlighted people that you saw has a full bio that you can read their story, understand a little bit more about them and the impact of the work that they've done over the last year. And you can also read more about the top 50. And, if it's something that you're interested in being a part of potentially in the future, or you have friends that you think should belong on this list, we'd love to hear their stories. We do this every single year. You can sign up for our newsletters and get notified as soon as the nomination form goes out. But if you follow along, roughly around this time next year, we'll be announcing the list again. We open up our nominations typically around June is when we start. So it's definitely an opportunity for anybody out there who wants to have their story told, or thinks that they know somebody whose story should be told, to be included as well. With that, I do want to, again, say thank you to everybody who, is part of our community, and everybody who, works so hard to make the MLH Top 50 possible. Congratulations again to all of the recipients. I know exactly how much work goes into, these types of things, and it's so inspiring to be able to hear your stories and even just have a small piece of being able to tell that to the wider world. So thank you, everybody. Congratulations again. And with that, I'm going to call Mary back onto the stream with me.
Of course. Thank you so much for showing that off. That was awesome. I'm very stoked to go through and read all of the stories. I had the chance to get to be part of the review process, and so I saw like a really wide lens of inspiring stories. I'm looking forward to get to dial in now that the list is published.
Do you want to a little pro tip I'll give you? I ran all of the stories through Notebook LM, which is a product from Google's DeepMind team. And you can turn all of the top 50 profiles into a nice podcast that you can listen to at your leisure during your commute or while you're hanging out. So I've been listening to everybody's stories on audio as I'm doing dishes or other chores around the house. And it's been a great way to take things that are a little bit mundane and make them awesome while I'm doing it.
That is really, really cool. That's a fantastic pro tip. Nice.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hopping on here, Swift. We really appreciate you taking the time. And congrats to everybody in the top 50 class.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And yes, congratulations again to everybody. Please, everybody in the community, we'd love your help amplifying these stories, sharing that link, top.mlh.io, with all of your friends and your network. Again, it's so important to have these types of stories to be able to follow in people's footsteps and on your journey into the tech community. And we'd love your help getting the word out. So thank you, everybody. Congratulations again to the winner. And Mary, good luck with the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, Swift. Alrighty, folks. Well, I just have a couple of quick things before I let you all go. This has been a very fun Today in Global Hack Week stream. And thanks to everyone who tuned in. I do want to give a quick shout that we have the next stream coming up in about an hour and a half. So this is a great time to go take a little break, maybe grab some food, do a challenge, whatever you would like. And after that, we will be live again at 2 p.m. Eastern time, where Ryan Lay is going to be doing a stream on simulating neural systems with JavaScript. This is part 1 of a track. So make sure you tune in for that. I want to give another huge shout out to everyone in the top 50 class. Amazing work. I know getting to see stories like that can be so inspiring. And so I'm looking forward to seeing everything that you all do in the future, and all of the folks who are maybe new to the community. I hope you know that, we'd love to have you in lists like this in the future, and you can absolutely get there. But with that, I will let you all go. We will see you back on here in about an hour and a half. Happy hacking, everybody.